Go.
How about that cigar?
How about that cigar?
They couldn't hear you.
No, I know.
Guys, welcome to How About That Cigar live from the Drew Estate Cigar Studios. It is episode number 89.
89.
Episode number 89 of How About That Cigar live. It's a very special show this evening. Think back to the days of must-see TV on NBC. A very special Frasier. Tonight is a very special episode of How About That Cigar Live. And as always, like I said, we are here in the Drew Estate Cigar Studios. And Drew Estate wants to tell us all about the Undercrown Shady 20 and the Undercrown Dojo Dogma Maduro. They are shipped now to Drew Diplomat retailers nationwide. Both the Undercrown Shady 20 and Dojo Dogma Maduro share a powerhouse blend similar to the Undercrown Corona Viva, each with a toothy San Andreas Maduro wrapper, Connecticut stock cut Habano binder, and the highest quality Nicaraguan and Brazilian fillers. The Shady 20 is a 5x50 box-pressed Bellicoso, well-aged and packing a punch, while remaining smooth and sophisticated. The Dojo Dogma Maduro is a unique 6x56 box-pressed Toro, packaged in stunning 10-count boxes for 2020. For more info, please visit drewestate.com. And there we are. So thanks again, guys, as always. I mean, it is Christmas week. We're just a few days away from Christmas. We're excited for, all the stuff that Christmas brings. I'm excited for the
Festivus.
I'm excited for Festivus. Feats of Strength. Because I'm recovering from, the Rona. I don't think I'm going to fare too well at Feats of Strength. But I always excel at airing of grievances.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it just comes naturally to me, but I usually do pretty well at that. But I'm especially excited because my Green Bay Packers are this close to clinching home field advantage. Although we haven't fared too well in the playoffs when we get home field advantage.
Oh, really?
No. We actually, the year we won the Super Bowl, the most recent Super Bowl, when we won in 2010. It was wild card all the way, baby, and like nobody gave us a chance before the wild card round started. So
yeah, the last time the Vikings won the Super Bowl, they wait,
too soon.
So here's how I know that the Vikings are doing really bad. When I look at Matt's show notes. When
Matt LaFlop, that's mean. That's mean. He's a good coach. He's a good coach.
Oh, that is hilarious. When I look at Matt's show notes and I only see Packer stuff and no Viking stuff,
well, so
I know that because there's we can't even talk about a bad kicker.
I know,
week.
but it's so the reason. Honestly, the reason that I didn't put that I only put the Packers and I didn't put the Vikings on the show notes this week is because I honestly had a feeling you were going to be a little sad.
No,
because your team is out.
No, yeah, and they would have been out. I mean, no matter what. Even let's say everything aligned and things happen, and I know it didn't take a miracle to make it happen. You've got Dallas at 2-10, and they're still in the hunt for.
It's pretty close to 2-10.
And this must be what it's like. And Coop, let me know. Is this what it feels like to be a Giants fan? Because this sucks. But you just, it is what it is.
Being a Giants fan is having Super Bowl wins in your past.
I can't wait till that joke is done. But I have a feeling the Bills are going to get it before the Vikings do.
They are really good this year. The Bills are, they're playing really good football right now.
But they're not going to beat Kansas City.
I don't think so. But here's the thing about Green Bay. Green Bay, as good of a team as they are, they're winning games, but I just don't. It's not. It's just not.
The defense is solid enough for a championship.
They have improved. The secondary's really improved recently, but it's the second half of games. Second halves, we always let up. It seems, and there have been too many instances where we've said, "Hey, we're good. We're up by enough points," And it with the Colts, I was actually at that game live with the Colts. It came back to bite us in the ass. I mean, we were up by 2 touchdowns.
Right.
And I said, this is the funny part is when halftime hit and we had a 2 touchdown lead, I looked at my brother and I said, I do not feel confident right now. And we ended up losing in overtime because they let up in the second half.
Yep.
And turnovers also. But
yeah, there was like
this coming week is going to be a big test for Green Bay against Tennessee. Tennessee's a very good football team.
They are.
And that's going to be a tough test for us.
Great to see Ray and Orlando and Shad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for joining,
guys,
you guys.
Thanks for being with us. Let us know in the comments what you're drinking and smoking with us tonight.
Yeah, and at some point I do want to talk about food for Christmas, for the holidays, what you do. And I'm wondering what do you throw down? For Christmas.
Is it a cigar show or a football show? It's we talk a little football at the beginning. Sorry.
Yeah.
So this year, for this show here, we wanted to do something a little bit different because, and I'm going to grab this prop here.
Such a cool gift.
So last year for Christmas, my wife presented me with this, and you can see it. I'll turn it so the reflection isn't quite so crazy. You can see it's got the How About That Cigar logo, and then she put on here, been there, smoked that. And it's a shadow box with a slot to put, cigar bands in.
Slot.
And it's got a slot.
You said slot.
And so I set it right here in the studio, right next to the table that we do the show from. And so 2020 obviously has been a little weird because working from home, this spot right where we're sitting, where we do the show, is also my home office. So I work at this spot during regular work days, my day job. And so having this sitting here during 2020 was interesting because with 2020 being the way that it was, I smoked a lot more cigars this year than I have in previous years. Once the quarantine and all that stuff hit where I wasn't going to the office and I was only working from here, I went from 2 cigars a day to 5, 6, 7 cigars a day, depending on the day. And
you just kept feeding that slot?
Yeah, I just kept feeding that slot.
Putting it in the box?
Yeah, putting it in the box. And we got a million of them, guys.
Yeah, and they're going to come all night.
There's another one. Mm-hmm. And so the bands that are represented in this box, this is not every cigar that I smoked this year. And it's not every cigar that was smoked on the show. It's just every time I thought of it while I was sitting here, I just reached over and, popped the band, put it in the slot. So we thought it'd be interesting just to, and this, the main reason for this is to kind of give us an idea of sort of a walk down memory lane and give us an idea, because these aren't just cigars that we reviewed. They're not just cigars that we smoked from brand owners and reps that we've had on the show to interview. These are also a lot of my everyday cigars, stuff that I just smoke on a regular basis because I enjoy them. Mm-hmm. So it'll kind of be a snapshot. This is not going to be in any particular order because I don't think these, really stayed in any kind of order. So yeah, we're just going to kind of.
And, if you had a memorable cigar, this last year, let us know, hey, this particular cigar this year was fantastic. We would love to, chat about that as well.
Yeah. And if you throw those in the comments, if there's something that's, that you've really enjoyed this year, that's new, or even, pop in the comments and tell us what your everyday smokes are, because that's always fun to find out, because typically for the average working guy like us, your everyday smokes aren't going to be top dollar cigars. Our everyday smokes are going to be, if you can get them on a budget and you can find them on a great sale or something like that, everyday smokes are going to be maybe as little as $3 up to the $8-10 range for everyday cigars.
So if you're peasants like us, then let us know.
And I'm going to try to go kind of back to the beginning, a very good place to start, because I just watched The Sound of Music with my kids the other day, so it's still stuck in my head. So without further ado, well, actually, as always, because we normally have an interview segment during this time, but since we're just going through the box, but we still want to thank our sponsors, because this is our main segment of the show. And as always, the main segment is brought to us by Corona Cigar Company and coronacigar.com, the internet's largest and easiest to use virtual cigar store. Corona Cigar Company offers the finest handmade cigars, humidors, and cigar accessories at the absolute lowest possible price. You'll also find unique and limited cigars containing Florida sun-grown tobacco. As a proud American, president and founder of Corona Cigar Company, Mr. Jeff Borshowitz, believed it was possible to bring cigar tobacco farming back to Florida. At Corona Cigar Company and coronacigar.com, you'll find the best selection anywhere in the world of cigars containing this special Florida sun-grown tobacco. If you live in Florida or are just visiting, be sure to visit any of the great Corona Cigar locations in downtown Orlando, Sand Lake, Lake Mary, and also the Davidoff of Geneva Lounge in Tampa. For more info, please visit coronacigar.com and floridasungrown.com. So back to the very beginning of our Been There, Smoke That box from 2020.
Back to reality.
This just happens to be the first one I grabbed out of the box, and it is from Foundation Cigars, our good friend Nick Melillo, a Charter Oak. And this, I do remember, was from, I bought a box of the Charter Oak Connecticut Shade in the, I believe, Lonsdale size or Corona Gorda size.
So, I work at a retail shop that sells Charter Oak. It's a good seller, but I'll say that public opinion is really mixed on that cigar.
Yeah.
You either really like it or you don't. I think that it is one of the better of the, what I would call budget cigars.
Yeah. And it's, I will say this, kind of to echo that they can be hit or miss as far as, it's not like typically you would expect every single cigar in the box is really going to taste exactly the same. And I'm not saying the variances are massive.
I would agree,
but there are some variances. But again, with a budget cigar that's maybe mixed filler or maybe, it's a price point cigar. So, I get that. I'm not going to fault them for that.
And
Skip's saying he smoked a Ezra Zion Lucille the other day. So that's an old cigar, I think, if I remember right. I don't remember if that was an old one or one of the new ones from with the crazy.
I can't bring it up.
Names.
And then also Ray said somebody gave him an Oliva Wrath, and looked like he enjoyed that one thoroughly.
Oliva Wrath. Oh, it sucked. Ooh, Wrath. I don't know if I've ever even heard of the Wrath. Let's keep going. Okay, so this one is one that I enjoy a lot.
Oh, yes.
Omar Ortez Originals.
Dude, Omar.
These are, if you can find the Omar Ortez Original, they have the Maduro now as well. I actually like the original a little bit better than the Maduro, but I think they're both good. But that Omar Ortez Original, especially the Bellicoso, is super good. Super good cigar. Oh, this is a good one. This was one of the special releases from Cigar Dojo this year that I bought. I always try to buy some of the Cigar Dojo releases. The Alec and Bradley Orodoshi. So that's Truth Bombs. We're going to give a lot of Truth Bombs tonight. It's a good cigar. It's got good flavor to it, but I will be honest, I've smoked probably 5 of them out of the bundle so far. They have all had poor combustion. So just keeping it real. They've all had poor combustion, but flavor wise, definitely good. Oh gosh.
Oh wow.
I have no idea. Oh, I do know. Okay. Perdomo Fresco. So this is a bundle cigar. This is so I got this out of the freebie bin at Sodi's Cigars. Yeah. So they have if you buy 5 cigars out of the humidor, they have a box, of just pick'ems next to the register. And I didn't like the look of any of the other cigars in the box, so I grabbed a Perdomo Fresco. It's not great. It's not a great budget cigar, but
that is a good fishing cigar.
Yeah. I mean,
because there are some cigars, especially if you buy like the Churchill size of that, it's a $3, $3.30 here in Minnesota. You can chew the piss out of that cigar and it's still going to smoke.
Yes.
So I've bought bundles of those, and it's a good yard guard, good fishing cigar.
So this is another one that I buy at Sodi's. I buy at Sodi's on a regular basis. The La Barba Ricochet. So good price point on these cigars. I want to say maybe $7 for the Corona Gorda size.
Caldwell.
Caldwell. I mean, it's La Barba and Caldwell are kind of
having babies.
Yeah, having babies in cahoots. Yep. It's the chest hair unbuttoned.
I didn't know if that was if they were
unbuttoned all the way down. Yeah,
the taco meat.
Yeah, the taco meat. The gold medallions and Southern Draw. Jacob's Ladder Brimstone.
You better have a steak before you eat that.
Yeah, these are these are not messing around. It's a strong cigar. So, but definitely one that we enjoy a lot. Oh, hello, Illusione.
Ooh,
Illusione Epernay.
Oh, the Epernay.
Cannot get there we go. Oh, it wants to focus, but it just won't. There, we need a hand job.
I got your handy. Got your handy right there. If you haven't had the Epernay, especially the Corona,
yes,
I will do wrong things.
And actually, speaking of Illusione, Dion just check out Dion's Facebook page. He just put a cool little short, like 1 minute video, just looking at some tobacco leaves prior to being rolled into cigars, and giving a little bit of an explanation about the humidity level in those tobacco leaves. And I nerd out on stuff like that, just learning how the tobacco works. So check out that little video.
What are we smoking right now?
Oh, what are we smoking? So I was about to fire up. I pre-gamed with a Shady 20 from Drew Estate, but I am actually going to fire up the new, and many thanks to General Cigar Company for sending us some of these to sample, the new CAO Vision. So I'm going to fire that up right now. What are you smoking, Garrett?
I am smoking a Cohiba Siglo from a island south of Miami, about 90 miles.
Okay. Island south of Miami, about 90 miles.
Yep.
It rhymes with Cuba.
Nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then my round two will be
a yard gar.
Yeah, that's a it's made by who's that made by? It's made by
Arturo Fuente.
Well, no, I know. I was trying to think of like a Turkish
bath.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either.
All right, next up. The Crowned Heads Court Reserve. So this one is from, and I only know it because I smoked quite a few of them this year. This is from the one they called the Full Court Press. It was the box press version of this that came in the I want to say it came in 12 count boxes, but this was one that I reached for a fair amount this year. The Full Court Press Court Reserve from Crowned Heads. And some of these are tough because you've got the foot band and the main band that you throw into the into the box all at once, and because
you just throw everything in the box.
So here's the foot band from that Court Reserve. Oh, hello. All right, Mi Querida, the original blue label Mi Querida from Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, Steve Saka. This I guarantee is from a Gordita size, the 4x48, because it's the best size.
It is.
And fight me.
I'm not going to fight you.
San Cristobal. This was I think this was an Elegancia, which is the Connecticut shade, I believe. San Cristobal.
You're elegant.
I am elegant. No, I lied. See, here's the footband. It's the Revelation, which is the the San Cristobal Revelation. That's that blend. And here we go. I know this one. You know this one.
Oh,
well.
I know that one well.
The Joya de Nicaragua, Antonio CT, Antonio, Connecticut.
Wow, you smoked that one early. Was that a pre-release?
Maybe. No, it wasn't a pre-release, but Joya was very kind and sent us some.
Yeah, they did
early on.
I forgot how long ago we got those.
So vamp and talk a little bit, and if there's any viewer comments, put them up on screen while I light up this brand new CAO Vision. This has only been in my humidor for a few days, so the combustion might not be awesome because it's
and that's the thing about
cold here.
Getting cigars this time of year. I've traded and I've purchased a few, and we got that nice gift pack from Crux, and I want to just rip into some of these, but if you're in a cold climate, you got to sit on them for, probably a week or better to be truly safe. Sometimes we don't have that luxury. If we have a guest that's coming on, they'll sometimes show up the day of the show, and you just got to roll with it. But
all right, moving right along. Oh, see, again, footbands. There's the Antonio CT footband. There you go. Black Label Trading Company. This was, see, these are the ones with the footbands that it's tough to. This one I can't show you, so I know. Here, I'll cover up the bottom. So when we were interviewing, we were at Tobacco Grove.
Oh yeah,
we were at Tobacco Grove interviewing Jeff Hogan from Crux, and after the interview was over, he was very generous, and he gave us some test blends because they're working on some stuff. And
he gave us
he was very over the top generous. Guys, thank you so much, honestly. But he said he gave us some test blends, and he said, please smoke these and email me your thoughts. And this one I'm going to cover up the bottom because they still haven't released this. So it's a Crux, and it reveals a particular type of tobacco under there that I'm not going to tell you about. But Jeff, thank you very much for the test blends. There's another Antonio CT. So we'll have repeats because, I did some repeats. Oh, JSK Red Knight Robusto. I guarantee it's a Robusto because that's my favorite size in the Red Knight. And I bought a bundle at Ristafari 2019 after I woke up from my nap. After my little nappy nap, I bought a bundle of the Red Knight Robusto.
Does that taste like buffalo phallus?
No, I did not get any notes of moose dick.
No moose dick.
No moose dick.
Buffalo. Anything?
Yeah, no? I at least I didn't get any notes of it. I mean, I'm not saying it's not there.
Okay.
I'm just saying I didn't.
You didn't get that. All right.
I didn't detect that.
La Aurora.
La Aroma de Cuba.
Oh, La Aroma de Cuba.
Yes. Again, there's a footband in here somewhere that goes with this. I don't recall exactly which one that is. If you recognize it from the band, let us know. Okay, this one, there's footbands here that go together. The Hoyo de Monterrey Dark Sumatra. So I'll put these bands together here. The Dark Sumatra. That is a nice cigar. It's powerful. It's meaty. It's got this sort of sweet and salty, like soy sauce, meaty, but also like molassesy kind of sweetness together in the same blend. It's good.
And what I like about some of these General and Altadis brands is that, finally they have started to reinvent themselves and go out and either working with another blender, doing whatever. But, my hat's off to the reinvention of so many of their brands.
Yeah.
It's a good change of pace.
Yeah. The Warzone from Espinosa and General Cigar, kind of a nice collaboration.
That was the word I was looking for.
What?
Collaboration.
There you go. That's a good word. Crux. We were just talking about Crux. This is the
Epicure.
This is the Crux, the Epicure. The red band. So the red is the Epicure. The Epicure Connecticut, the original Connecticut shade.
My favorite of the.
I agree. I think the Maduro is great, but
the Maduro is good. The Bull and Bear is good. But that Epicure for me is just special.
Yes. Oh, there's I don't know if he's still watching, but from
Backwoods?
From Romacraft, the Backwoods. I'm sorry, the Baca. No, the Baca. That was the big hit release.
It was
the Cameroon wrapper from Romacraft cigars.
Skip, if you're still on, how is the Baca doing?
Yeah, let us know. As far as I know, it's doing well because there's a fair amount of places that when you go to buy it, they say
don't have them.
We're still waiting on getting some more. So
yeah.
This CAO La Traviata. I'm not sure where I got that cigar from.
I don't.
Actually, this might have been an old one that was just in my humidor that I just grabbed one day and smoked.
I don't recognize that.
I don't know. I think maybe that was just one that was on a back shelf of my humidor, and I said, let's smoke that. Here's a Crowned Heads footband from what I don't know, so I'll set that aside. I know what this footband is from. I'll set that aside. Isn't that funny?
Yep.
AJ Fernandez.
Enclave.
This was the broadleaf, as you can see. There, the camera really wants to focus on our faces, which I appreciate, but sometimes you don't want it to focus on your face. Ooh, another Crowned Heads. Juarez,
another great budget cigar.
Like that one. This was
Spicy.
this is the here's
La
the
Corrida?
Here's the Long Live the King. This is the Caldwell Long Live the King.
Mm-hmm.
It's a special iteration of it though. It's not the original Long Live the King.
Yeah.
I'll find the footband for it, but definitely love that one. This was a Black Label trading company which escapes me. If we have some I'm so sorry I don't remember just based on this which one it is. If you guys know, leave it in the comments. Omar, you're a big seller of Black Label. Remind me which one that is. I don't recall off the top of my head. Ooh, Alec Bradley Tempest.
Oh yeah.
A classic heavy hitter. Just a good regular production Maduro cigar. Definitely one you can reach for at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. More repeats on Antonio, Connecticut. Hoya de Nicaragua. That's got
to be the leader.
Third one so far. This one's interesting. This one.
Oh yeah.
So the CAO session. We were very, very blessed and fortunate to go down and to the launch party at Fat Ash Cigar Lounge down in Ashland, Kentucky. With Ricky Rodriguez and do the launch party for the CAO session. Mm-hmm. Not CAO's best release, in my opinion.
It was good,
but not their best release. So, this one's interesting. So this I don't know much more about this cigar other than I got it when I was in Nicaragua in January of 2018 at the Nicaraguan Cigar Festival. It came in there was a 10 count box that we were given at one of the factory tours that had 5 of one cigar and 5 of this Continuum cigar in there. And I have to be honest, I don't recall which factory that was from, but it is a good cigar. I do enjoy that cigar. Here's the footband from that Jacob's Ladder Brimstone. That was the original Brimstone, the Figurado from early in. Hey, here we go. More repeats.
Number 4.
Antonio CT. I definitely smoked that one a lot.
See an S&S in there.
Oh, the CAO V19. This one.
I like that one.
I liked better than the session.
Totally.
So that one was, hello. From, again, Foundation Cigars, the Menelik. So this one, it was originally an event-only cigar. Now it is regular production. If you find this at your local brick and mortar, definitely buy it and try it because I enjoy it.
If you can't find it, let me know. We've got them.
So Saints and Sinners, Tatuaje Saints and Sinners Club. This is from the 2018 box, and it is blend number 5. So I smoked that from my 2018 box. Oh, there we go. Crux again, the Crux Epicure. This is the Maduro.
That's the Maduro.
That beautiful kind of seafoam green. Would you call that seafoam?
Just going to say seafoam. Yep.
Seafoam green. Whiskey Rebellion. This was the original Cigar Dojo. Or it was the new Pennsatucky. I don't remember. But the Whiskey Rebellion from Roma Craft. Another one that with a different varietal of tobacco that I can't show you, but another Crux test blend. Thank you very much to the guys at Crux again. Mi Querida, the red label Tricky Traca, Mi Querida Tricky Traca. That's in the boxes. Oh, there's 2 in a row. Mi Querida Tricky Traca.
Back to back.
Back to back. Backstreet's back.
All right.
All right. Okay, so this one, we're probably going to see a lot of repeats of this one. This is the Oliva, the Gilberto Oliva Reserva. I can tell you already, we're going to see this a lot in this box because this is one of my everyday cigars. I can actually smoke more than one of these a day. I buy these. I probably buy 2 boxes of these a month because I can get them extremely inexpensively, and the Corona Gorda size is just lights out. It's a cigar that I love, and I highly recommend.
Can always count on it.
That it's just good. Ooh, Plasencia, Alma del Campo.
Which one is that one?
That is the medium bodied.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's not as heavy as the Fuerte or the Fuego.
Or the Fuego, yeah.
But I actually think this one might be my favorite of the new Alma.
The Alma
series of blends. My Father, Le Bijou 1922. Just a cigar that's been on the market for a while. It was Cigar of the Year. One of the sizes was Cigar of the Year.
Let's say 2016.
Somewhere in there. Yeah, there's the main band from it. So if you see the Le Bijou 1922 on a shelf somewhere, definitely try that cigar. It's very, very good. Here we go. Another repeat. Like I said, Gilberto Oliva Reserva. It's just a solid, consistent, everyday cigar. Here is another. Caldwell. This is the Caldwell Eastern Standard Sungrown.
Oh yeah,
edition. So really, really cool cigar because the original Eastern Standard, very good.
Yep.
Mild, but this Sungrown, I think I really liked it a lot.
And I haven't seen it in a while.
I think it was a limited edition.
Oh,
I think it was. Undercrowned shade. So if you like Connecticut shade wrappers with a little bit more body, this is a good cigar to reach for. Definitely. Footband. Look at that.
What?
Another Antonio CT. I mean, that one's doing well in the rating so far. The Oliva G. This is another the Oliva G Robusto. I
think is one of the most underrated cigars in a humidor.
Yes.
That G does not get enough love and respect.
So if you like Cameroon wrappers, the Oliva G is something that I have loved as long as I can remember. It's just, if you like Cameroon wrapper, especially the Robusto size.
So Skip wants to know if you were able to get any Roma bands off.
I have quite a few Roma bands that are in fine shape. I had a Baca band a few minutes ago that was just fine.
So we had to real quick, if I can.
Well, here's one. Here we go. Wonderlust. This is the Wonderlust Fiorella, which I've bought. I think I'm up to 3 boxes of it now that I bought from Salee out in Germany, and I absolutely love that cigar.
I had a fun idea, and while you were dying of the Rona, we were going to have Eric Tormson on from Dojo, and I was like, okay, we're going to have Eric on. He just published that article about bands and ratings. It was a
great article.
It was a good article, but he gave Skip such a bad score.
I know.
I reached out to Skip and I was like, Skip, will you come on for just a cameo? And we couldn't get things worked out or whatever, but I thought that would have been, a hilarious little thing to just have Skip come on and be like, Eric, come on. Don't you know how to freaking... Yeah, gave him an F+.
F+, was that was the grade? F+. So you got the plus going for you,
which is nice.
Which is nice. There's another Crux. This one's the Bull and Bear. In my personal palate for Crux cigars, I won't put the Bull and Bear. I think the Bull and Bear is a very good cigar, but it's not in my top wheelhouse as far as the Crux flavor profiles go. Agreed. But it is a very good cigar. This is another footband from another one of the Crown Heads Court Reserve. Mm-hmm. Here is an original, not an original, but this was a very old Drew Estate Undercrown. Before they called it when this was the only one on the market, right. Before they called it the Undercrown Maduro. I had some old ones in my humidor, and I smoked one of those.
Oh, the Psycho.
The Psycho Nicaragua.
Is that the first Psycho?
Indiana Ortez. She just watch out for her. She's an up and comer in the cigar industry. She's an absolute ball of fire. She's knowledgeable. She wants to keep learning more, and she really gives a crap about what she's doing. And
she reminds me of what AJ Fernandez was when he, came out with like the when he originally did what was that, Ave Maria, and
like some of the catalog core stuff, the core, the La Herencia Cubana and stuff like that.
And, and I'm not saying that she's catalog. She is going to be much bigger than that, but she reminds me of a young AJ for sure.
Yeah. And that if you like a Connecticut shade cigar, that Psycho Nicaragua is a good cigar. Here's another second appearance from the JSK Red Knight Robusto. This was the AJ, the regular band's in here somewhere. AJ and Hochi Blanco. Mm-hmm. So this was the Dominicano. So the New World, I believe the New World Dominicano collaboration. Very nice cigar. I think I reviewed that one and gave it a pretty decent score. Oh, this is the Emilio from Oveja Negra brands.
Oh yeah.
This was the AF2 from the Emilio line from Oveja Negra. Good cigar. I like the AF1 a little better personally. Hey, this is a good one. Skip smoking Aladino Corona Reserva. Yes, I agree. Very solid. We actually, some of us other cigar media guys talked recently about the Aladinos and kind of our favorites, and definitely the Reserva was up there for most of the guys. This one was also from, I got this at the Nicaraguan Cigar Festival in January 2018 of Victor Calvo, which was a very nice cigar. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. And it was, we also visited this farm and got to see their just incredible computer controlled irrigation system, and it was super cool place.
Did it have lights and buttons? And
it did.
Yeah,
it did. Oh, here's the main band from that San Latano Dominicano. Sorry, I said New World earlier. It's San Latano.
But
here's another Southern Draw. The Desert Rose. Rose of Sharon Desert Rose. That was the Bellicoso Fino. Here we go. Aganorsa Leaf. The Aganorsa Leaf Signature Selection Maduro. I bought some of these at a little cigar shop in Wisconsin and reviewed it. Very nice cigar. So shout out to Terrence and Aganorsa Leaf. Here we go. The HVC.
Mm-hmm.
HVC 500th anniversary. Beautiful cigar. If you can find them, buy them. It's just a beautiful cigar. It's really so good. I can't say anything else about it. It's just great.
A little toothpick?
A little JSK toothpick. I don't know which one this was. It was probably the Habano, because that's the one I prefer. I like the Maduro just fine, but the Habano is
your jam.
That's my jam. Here's another footband from Undercrown Shade. Here is another Wunderlust. So, and there's the main band. Now, the main bands are easy. Here is the secondary band, the one that goes underneath it. And you will
How did you do that?
You will notice that.
How did you do that?
It is in fine condition. The camera will not focus worth a damn. But yeah.
Get a hand job.
Get a hand job there. So.
And that
yeah, with the Fiorella written on there.
There you go.
With the little star.
It's embossed.
And it's embossed. And look, it's not torn. It's in fine shape.
Would you give that an F+?
I would give that an F+.
All right.
Here's another Crowned Heads footband from what I don't recall right now. Oh, look, there's another Crowned Heads footband from what I don't recall. Antonio, Connecticut. They just keep popping up. I smoked a lot of those this year, obviously. Here's another AJ Fernandez footband. That is a new... I don't know right now.
Yeah, that could be...
Mi Querida Tricky Traca. That's what, the third appearance for that cigar. Definitely enjoyed that one a lot. Another Wonderlust Fiorella. Yes, I smoked a lot of those this year. Undercrown Maduro. This was a newer one. This was the little one, the little pequeño.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. By the way, if you like if you need a short cigar, nice, just good, solid, classic Undercrown flavors. 20-minute cigar. This was another AJ Fernandez. I believe that is the Amistad, the silver. Another good short cigar. Very tasty. This was from the Caldwell Eastern Standard Sungrown, because that's the AJ Fernandez footband that goes with that. Another Crown Reserve or Crowned Heads Court Reserve.
Court Reserve.
That's another popular one this year. Signature Selection. That's another Aganorsa Leaf Signature Selection Maduro. Oh, they're popping up. Oh my gosh. 1, 2.
Oh.
But a couple more JSK Red Knight Robustos. Actually, no. The one in the back is the special Salamone from Ristafari, the Cernanak, if I'm saying it correctly, the Maduro from Ristafari.
Are you swearing in Macedonian?
I might be swearing in Macedonian. Leave it in the comments.
I think Josh is right. I think those.
Oh, they are from the. Yes, yeah. Thank you, Josh. They are from the Mule Kick, from the Mule Kick from 2020.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Josh. These were from. This is Jose Dominguez. This is from United Cigar, from when we had Dave Garofalo on the show. So very nice, good budget cigar. This was Cigar of the Year for How About That Cigar in 2019, the Southern Draw Lustrum.
Kudzu Lustrum.
If you can find it, buy it and smoke it. It's really, really, really good.
Put it in your face. Put it in your face.
Another Black Label Trading Company. This one has...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not good at identifying the black leg, because the foot bands, I have to find the foot bands. But
the main band, yeah.
That was, I think, from an event at Ramsey Smoke Shop that I went to. So shout out to Omar and Calvin, who's the local rep for them. This, I found the foot band, but not the regular band. This, the Dragon's Milk, which is from Asylum Cigars, meant to pair with the New Holland Dragon's Milk Stout.
And if you're not in the know about how to milk a dragon, it's difficult.
Yeah. I'm sure there's something on YouTube about it.
Yeah, you can find some YouTube videos, but
Otherwise, hit me in my DMs and I'll walk you through it.
Yep.
Black Label Trading Company, Blackwork Studio, Killer Bee. Love it. I'm actually a Green Hornet guy. I love the Green Hornet as well over the Killer Bee.
The Killer Bee?
Although the new Killer, this is the original Killer Bee, but that new Killer Bee, the Swarm,
so good.
Dig it. Cameroon wrapper. Here we go. Another appearance of the Mi Querida Tricky Traca.
Tricky Traca.
Oh, there we go. El Huehuense. The original El Huehuense from Foundation Cigars. And let's I also wanted to talk about kind of what we've been doing on the show this year.
Yeah.
So this year was awesome. We had so many great guests.
We did.
You know, we were just really fortunate. We reached out to a lot of people to get people on the show. So if you go back to the very beginning of the year, our first guest of 2020 was Alan Rubin from Alec Bradley, which is, I mean, having that guy on your show is, it's just, he's so great to talk to.
Yep.
He's just one of the nicest people you could ever hope to meet, whether it's in the cigar world or anywhere. He's a great guy. So we started out with him. Then Nick Melillo from Foundation Cigars. We talked to Scott Pierce from the PCA. And then we closed out January with Emmett and Zane from Blind Man's Puff. We sent them a couple cigars. They sent us a couple cigars. Yeah. We did a little blind tasting on the show.
Couldn't partake.
Yeah, Zane couldn't partake because he was traveling in a hotel, and I got absolutely embarrassed live on the air when I absolutely tasted all the flavor. It's so funny because when I was saying the flavor notes on the show, it was totally right. But then I panicked at the end and I said a different cigar name. It was a Cuban Cohiba Siglo, just a little Siglo 1. And I called it, I don't even remember what, but I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, this is a Siglo. It's a Cuban. I was saying floral and, floral and sweetness and the stuff you always get from a Siglo, from a Cuban Siglo. And I just, I don't know what I was thinking.
You're like Oliva O.
It's Thompson Bundle. This, I think, was from the Alec Bradley Tempest, Nicaragua, I believe. Here's another JSK toothpick. Here's another Antonio CT footband. Here is another Romacraft. Intemperance. No way of knowing right now. At least I don't. Skip, if you're still there, let us know if there's some identifying factor on the band that tells if it was a BA or an EC. I don't think there is, but it could have been one of the other Intemperance right there. Hoya Red from Hoya de Nicaragua. Solid budget cigar.
Absolutely.
Good price point. This is, I don't know. I'm going to set that aside. It's a footband from something. All right. So these, do you need a fire? No. This is the Havana Soul. So Cigar King is an online retailer and shop. And they have this line, Havana Soul, which they mix it up. The bands look the same, but they mix it up with the brands that make it. This was the run made by Black Label Trading Company, made by Oveja Negra brands. And they had a few bundles left, and I managed to snag one and smoked a lot of them this year because it's a really good cigar. Here's the main band from that Asylum Dragon's Milk. Here's another of the Urodoshi from Alec and Bradley and Cigar Dojo. Here it is again. We're going to see this a lot. The Gilberto Oliva Reserva. Definitely see that a lot. This band is okay. So
it's huge.
Some bands. So this is a Perdomo vintage 12-year. I don't recall if this is the Maduro or the Connecticut. I apologize for that. Some cigar bands are just really big. I'm not saying they're too big because, it's not up to me, but some cigar bands are just really friggin' big.
It was made in Texas.
Soapbox, Ben Holt. Ben Holt Distant Cigars. Shout out Soapbox.
The re-release.
Absolutely love the Soapbox Corona. I absolutely love it. It's a great cigar. If you can get your hands on it, do so. Tatuaje Monster. This is the Bride, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So if I'm not saying that right, put it in the comments. I think this is the Bride. The white with the green writing. I believe that's a Bride.
Yep.
Signature. There it is. Another Aganorsa Leaf signature selection Maduro. Crux test blend that I'm not going to show you. Here we go. Padron.
Oh, that's from the
this is from
CRA pack.
The Padron. No, this is from the regular box.
Oh, that's just a black.
The Padron Black 89 that we gave the number 2 cigar of 2019. Yummy. Crux Epicure Maduro. Once again, that lovely seafoam.
Grandma panties. Call that one the Crux Grandma Panties.
Is that the official color title in the color wheel?
Yep.
Grandma Panties. So this was the original Firecracker, from United Cigar. Big thanks again to Dave Garofalo and Oliver Naveau for sending that. Another Tatuaje here, a black label. Tatuaje black label. I have a box of the Petite Lancero that I bought at Tobacco Grove a couple of years ago when Pete was up here for an event. One of my favorite Tatuajes. It's just great.
So good.
There's the main band from that earlier Southern Draw, Rose of Sharon.
Oh, yeah, just the Rose of Sharon.
Yeah. Yep. Another Warzone. Making another appearance in the list this evening from Espinosa Cigars. There are a lot of bands in here. This might take us I don't know if we're going to get through this whole thing.
Not a chance.
This is
not a chance. It looks like we haven't even started.
Yikes. This is, I don't know if we're going to get through all this. Maybe I'll kind of move into the more in the middle here. There's a La Flor Dominicana Airbender.
If you're a fan of Avatar, it's a great cigar.
Very enjoyable cigar. The H. Upman the Banker.
This a big boy.
This was one that I hadn't smoked since it first came out back in, 2014, 2015. I grabbed one this year. Hadn't smoked it in a long time. This one is special for a number of reasons. One, it's special because I really love the blend. And I ended up buying 4 boxes of it and aging them. But it's also a little sad because it's Nat Sherman. And, Nat Sherman closed their doors forever this year. And this was a special release that they did with Schrader Winery. And it was a very interesting packaging, with the dragon artwork and just little 6-count boxes of these beautiful double perfectos. Really nice cigar. This is a Davidoff band. I know there's a secondary band in here for it somewhere. I think this may have been because it's a curved band, so it would have gone on a short perfecto. This would have maybe been the Special 53 Davidoff, if I remember correctly. So we'll mix. Let's shift.
Move up a couple months.
I'm looking at this now. It would take us 6 shows to get through this whole box. Oh yeah, Garrett just fired up something.
That is a Backwoods R.
Is that a White Owl Peach?
Yep.
Peach. Here's another Tatuaje Saints and Sinners Club from 2015, blend number 3 from my 2015 box. Here is the JSK Kralat. This was the big Salomon from the boxes sold at Ristafari. Here is an Ashton Symmetry. Not a cigar I smoke often because they're a little on the pricey side, but very nice cigar. Atabey. Beautiful cigar. Delicious, beautiful. High price point, but in my opinion, worth it.
Yep.
From Dave Garofalo, from Oliver Naveau, and United Cigar Company. Here it is again. Oliva Reserva. Gilberto Oliva Reserva. They're all over the place. Can't get away from them because I smoke them a lot. Let's see here. Let's mix it up a little bit. The My Father. I confess I don't know the pronunciation. El Hijo. I'm sorry, I don't know.
You don't Spanish?
I know delicious. It's very, very good.
Yeah.
I know delicious. Diamond Crown, Black Diamond. Very powerful cigar. Diamond Crown's not necessarily known for their powerhouses, but that one's got balls behind it.
Well, Dominicans aren't known for their powerhouses, but that one.
Lawless, that's one of the foot bands from one of those earlier Black Label Trading Company cigars. This one, here's another United cigar, La Giana, which is a budget line from United Cigar Company. And let's see here. Oliva V. Olivas are just good cigars. Yep. You know, they don't they're not over the top with kind of their presence, I guess, in social media or anything like that. But they're solid cigars. If you go into a brick and mortar shop and you just can't seem to make up your mind on anything, chances are, if you reach for an Oliva, you're going to be happy.
And that Melanio. So V, when the V came out, it was like that was the hot ticket, and then they came out with the Melanio and did it again. It was silly. It was such a good cigar.
And that was Cigar of the Year, what, 2014? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, let's mix it. Here's another Nat Sherman. Metropolitan
Metro
Habano. Another Alec Bradley. This is Mundial. This is from the CRA. The CRA sampler pack. That big Mundial Perfecto. Beautiful cigar. Perdomo Estate Selection. Nice cigar. If you see these in your shop, I recommend this one. It's a nice cigar. This is the Avo, the re-release of the Avo
Uvasian
Classic Maduro. Very nice cigar. This shout out to our friend Joe Guzman. This is an old
dude. Look at that.
Yeah. So this is an old My Father, or this is an old Don Pepin Garcia Series JJ.
Predates My Father.
So look at if you look at the back, that's the back of the band. I mean, it's all mottled and brown, and Joe loves to age and collect My Father cigars. Here's an Ashton Classic. You know, those are great to reach for from time to time. They've been on the market forever.
I think it's that Ashton Classic is the perfect golf cigar.
Yes, I agree. Indian Motorcycle. This was the Habano, the ridiculously like super Churchill. It's like it's longer than a Churchill, but it's shorter than a Presidente. So probably in like the 8-inch range instead of the 9.5-inch, which I think Presidentes are. Here's a La Flor Dominicana Andalusian Bull.
That's a beast.
Also, I believe from the CRA pack. I bought quite a few of those CRA packs this year, mainly because they have great cigars in them, but also the bonus is you end up just supporting the CRA. So that's a good thing. So this one, this was the Palpetta, the special event cigar from Steve Saka and Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. And here's the interesting thing is, you know, everybody's got different palates. We understand that. Everybody's got different tastes and likes and dislikes. I heard from a couple people who shall remain nameless that they excuse me, that they didn't care for this cigar. Mm-hmm. So I actually let it sit in my humidor for 3 months before I smoked it. I actually really, like it.
I do too.
A lot. I think it's a very good cigar. So
agreed.
Again, that's just differences in palates. You know, I enjoyed it a great deal. I got a lot of these. These were the special CRA bands that they added to all the cigars in the CRA sampler packs. If you see those CRA sampler packs at your brick and mortar retailer or at your favorite online retailer, pick them up because you get a great selection of cigars for a good price and you support a phenomenal cause. There's the Melanio from the CRA
CRV.
From the CRA pack. Here's another Charter Oak. One that I smoked, that's a cigar I smoked a lot of this year. This was a new, I guess a re-release from General Cigar. So the Hoyo de Monterrey Epicure Selection. I liked it. I thought it was a good cigar. I don't think it's going to break any records or anything, but I thought it was a good cigar. This one, somebody leave in the comments if you know. I don't know if this company is around anymore. This is Jeremy Jack
It's
cigars.
like a dragonfly.
It's called I think it's called the Libulela, or what? It's this. I believe it's the Spanish word for dragonfly. Enjoyable cigar, definitely. Here is a Padron 26. I think just one that I had in my humidor.
So Coop says the Pulpetta is a miss.
Well, and that's the beauty of the cigar thing is it's the palates are all different. It's one that I enjoy, and
that's what it is, And
I only smoked the one, so this is a foot band. I don't the rest of the band's in here somewhere from the Postania broadleaf. These are actually old ones. This was an original release box that I bought back when they first came out. I think in maybe 2015 or so. Very nice cigar.
Coop believes Jeremy Jack's still around.
Okay, well that's good to know. Here is a JSK Tyrannical Buck.
Stick.
I can almost guarantee this is from a Connecticut because I really like the Tyrannical Buck Connecticut's. Here is Casa Cuevas. I always say this wrong, but I'm going to say it right. Mandaria. The Casa Cuevas Mandaria. Really, really good cigar. Guys, if you can get your hands on that one, I highly recommend it. It is really a beautiful cigar. Here is actually, I think what Garrett's, oh no, you're smoking is it a Lost City? No. So this is from my smoking adventures this year. Opus X Lost City.
It's your first Fuente, I think, in this pile.
2019 box. Is this really my first Fuente?
Yeah.
In here? Crazy.
I've been trying to pay attention.
Crazy. Trying to mix it up here and see some different brands. Here is a La Polina. And I know this one just because of the look of the bands. No, this is a El Diario.
Oh.
From the first year they came out, which might be 2012, 2013. They are aging so well. This cigar is aged. I only have maybe 3 left, but they really are aging so nicely. This one is from Premier Mundo Cigars, Sean Williams brand. I think Sean Williams still owns the brand. Mostly it's catalog now. La Hermandad Fuerte, I believe, from El Premier Mundo Cigars. Here's a nice 1502 XO. We had Enrique on the show. Beautiful cigar. If you can find the 1502 XO. Here's another Diamond Crown Black Diamond, also from that CRA pack. I have such a mess right now. Corona Cigar Company. This is the 20th anniversary with the Florida Sungrown tobacco in it. Really good cigar. Hey, Camacho Nicaragua. I like the Camacho Nicaragua. It's I said this when some of us media guys were making fun of Bear watching Chevy Chase. That that even though I like the Camacho Nicaragua, I'm slightly confused by it because it doesn't taste like a Nicaraguan cigar. But it is a good cigar.
It is.
Here's another Lustrum Cigar of the Year from 2019 for us. There's another one of those Opus Lost City. Mabacho, the Casa Favili, which is made with that Nicaraguan broadleaf. Here's another one of those Havana Soul from Oveja Negra. Let's find a few others. I don't want to. This is an interesting one. So this was from an online retailer that had some boxes of these left. This is a 10-year-old cigar. It was released in 2010, I believe. Jose Cejas, Mi Dominicana. Lovely cigar. I don't know. I don't think I smoked it back when it was first released. But
I know I didn't.
With the age on them that they have now,
stupid.
Really, yeah, it's really very nice cigar. Here is a regular production. Well, as much as they do regular production, Opus X. I believe this was Power Ranger, they call it.
Mm-hmm.
Another Davidoff, which Anniversario number 3. One of my absolute favorite Davidoffs is the Anniversario number 3 in the tube. Another El Huehuense. Love it. Pichardo, I believe this was the Maduro. So we were really grateful to have Luciano on the show and talk about them.
I'm still hanging on to my Dominique Wilkins. I haven't smoked that yet.
I like so there's the Dominic Wilkins and there's the Tiago Splitter. I actually like the Dominic Wilkins a little better.
Okay.
A little better. FSG, lovely cigar. Thank you to our friend Jeff Borshowitz. This is actually another Dojo collaboration. This was the Lancero, the Caldwell Far Eastern Standard Dojo Edition Lancero. I like that cigar a lot. I think it was very good. Here's another. There's probably a few dozen more of these Wonderlust. Wonderlust Fiorella in there. This one looks kind of old. Oh yeah, My Father Special S.
Oh yeah,
which is the event only. This one was, you can see from the coloration on the band. That one was
got some stank on it.
Pretty old. That one's got a little stank. It's as our friend Jonathan from Cigar Syndicate says, it's expired. Here's the Epic cigars, the Habano from when we had Dean on the show. Very grateful to him. He was a great guest. La Galera in Connecticut. So La Galera is a brand. It's I know so many cigar smokers who still don't know about La Galera. I think it's a brand you should look for.
I want to say that when the first La Galera hit, especially the Lancero.
Yes.
It was hot.
Yeah.
And then
I just think their production's not high. I just don't think they make a lot of cigars.
Oh, it's so good.
So this one's a killer. The My Father Fonseca.
I just had that one today.
It's this the Casacos, I believe, if I'm saying that right, which is the 5 1/4 by 45 or something like that. I just love it. I try not to rave about it too much, but it's really, really good. My goal is I'm going to get some of the Cedros. Here is the Balmoral Duetto, which the collaboration between Balmoral and EP Carrillo.
That was like our number 3.
I think it was 4.
4?
Yeah, I bought multiple boxes of it because here's a classic that I just love.
The
Jaime Garcia Reserva Especial. Very nice cigar that I believe in any humidor. You can't go wrong with it. Protocol Original Blue. Shout out to Juan and Kevin, guys. Thank you so much. It's here's another Fiorella.
Return my email, Juan.
Here's another untorn.
Oh, that's a
Fiorella band.
Definitely an F plus.
Untorn F plus. Here's Leather Rose.
Ooh,
the Deadwood Leather Rose from Drew Estate.
If you,
I'm not big on the sweet tip cigars.
Yep.
But it's not too sweet. I'll tell you that.
Infused and all of that and the whole acid and deadwood stuff scares you, just try the Desert Rose.
Yeah.
Just try it.
Yep. Here's another Protocol, Sir Robert Peel.
Mm-hmm.
So if you find those Robert Peels, definitely check them out.
You have the MI5 in there anywhere?
I might have the MI5. I watched that show again recently. That I can't get enough of it. The Nica Libre Aganorsa leaf. But it's a good price point cigar. I'm telling you, if you guys, if you want to entry into Aganorsa tobacco, this is a way to, get into that with a little bit less cost. And I think it's a good cigar. Definitely. This is the farm to factory. This was half of that box that I got at the Nicaraguan Cigar Festival. Really bold cigar, but a lot of good flavors in that one. Here it is. You mentioned it, MI5. I tore it in half for some reason. Here's the Protocol MI5. So the otherwise known as what they actually called it, the Themis.
It's the Themis.
I love that. The Protocol MI5.
That was my
this is another Florida Sungrown, Army of Angels, from Jeff Borshowitz. Absolutely beautiful band. The camera does not do it justice, but this Army of Angels band is stunning.
And Sarah McLachlan plays when you open the box. It's really cool.
She does. And but you automatically get roped into adopting a puppy.
You do.
It's crazy. There's another untorn Fiorella Wonderlust band. Boom. F plus.
I think we should collect all of these, and then when we have Eric on next month.
Here's another Protocol. This is the silver, which is the not the probable cause, but the official misconduct. Boom. I got it. La Galera again. I bought a box of these, so there's quite a few of these La Galera Connecticut bands in here. Another Warzone from Espinosa. Let's go to LH, La Vida Habana. So shout out to Nick Cirrus. Thank you for being on the show. Another Balmoral Ovation from here's Luciano the Traveler.
Oh yeah, that was good. Beautiful
cigar. Another here's the HR. This would be from the original HR Habano. Shout out to Spencer Drake. And let's wrap it up here. I don't know what that one was from. Carolina Blue.
Oh yeah,
Carolina Blue. This was the Connecticut. So shout out to Chris Moore and Carolina Blue Cigars. Very nice Connecticut shade cigar. What do you see there? Oh yes, the Espinosa 601 Bunker Buster. This is the Fubar.
You guys,
that it's legit. It's legit, and it will it'll rape your face in a good way.
It's such a good way.
Here's the new Cinco de Cadas El Doctor.
Oh, such a good cigar.
Sobremesa Brule Blue. There's both bands. We're coming up to like recent days here. Like I just recently smoked these. There's another Gilberto Oliva Reserva. Here is CAO Pilon. This was the new Robusto Vitola, I believe, if memory serves. And then I've got my COVID break where I wasn't smoking any cigars for a while. Here's Fuente Chateau Sungrown, I believe, if memory serves. Another Carolina Blue. I think that was the San Andreas Maduro, if I'm correct on that. Here's the new Avo, the North edition from the new Avo. So this was the Zeno exclusive series. This is the one for Tobacco Grove. I'm still trying to find out if, because there are many exclusive series of the Zeno around the country. Are they all the same, or were the blends different for each store that they're in? If somebody knows, please leave that in the comments, because I'm honestly not sure. On here, Divine Leaf. So Orlando, shout out to Orlando. Here's the Divine Leaf Tobacco Company. Just recently on the show. Oh, Velvet Rat. So this one I just smoked a few nights ago when we were on with Bear and Coop and Joe and Trip and Ben and a bunch of other guys watching Christmas Vacation, the greatest Christmas movie ever, and watching Bear suffer through it with just this glum look on his face the whole time, like he wanted to beat somebody up. This is what I smoked during that. I
am so sad viewing. That I had a double book because I wanted to make that so bad.
And here's a Crema de Laranja from Espinosa Cigars, that beautiful barber pull. And tell you what, let's close it out with this one, because we still have other segments to get to, and there's probably 1,000 more cigar bands here. We'll never get through them all. This was the Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust famous smoke shop 80th anniversary. The ones that just recently released again. I didn't get them the first time that they came out, but was able to snag a box this time around. So a very nice cigar from Steve Saka. So guys, and as you can see, I mean, I don't want to spill this all over the place, but there's still an absolute shit ton of bands to go through here. We'll never get through all of them. But that's just kind of it's kind of a snapshot. I literally just would be working here, or we'd be doing the show here, and the bands would just go in the box. That's it. And I think we're going to do this every year now, because I think it's a fun experiment. And you can save your bands wherever you're at. Yeah. I'll save my bands here.
I've got my bands. Yep.
And we'll just kind of compare and say, it's just kind of again, this isn't about cigar of the year. It's not about any of that stuff. This is just about, what am I smoking on a regular basis? There are the special cigars that I only reach for on occasion, like the Lost Cities and things like that, and the Wonderlust. Although as I like them enough that's really more of an everyday smoke is the Wonderlust. But the Gilberto Oliva and the Antonio Connecticut, the stuff that I just would smoke on a regular basis, and it's just kind of a snapshot of what somebody smokes throughout the year. And again, I smoked a lot this year because, quarantine, and just being honestly having the ability to just sit here at this desk and smoke throughout the day and still get my work done and still be productive and all that stuff. I probably, if we do go back to the office kind of as normal, which I don't think all our meetings are sounding like we're not going to. I mean, we'll go back to the office in a way, but not full time like we used to. Yeah. Things are going to change. And I think most companies are that way. Mm-hmm. So guys, thanks for taking that little journey with us through, through the year in review. It was, kind of fun to take that little journey and go back and look at that. But let's move into our next segment. As always, we're going to go to Smokabulary, and Smokabulary is always It is brought to us by AJ Fernandez. Born and raised in Cuba, AJ Fernandez now produces unparalleled premium cigars in Esteli, Nicaragua. The day-to-day operations at Tabacalera AJ Fernandez are managed under the watchful eye of Mr. Fernandez himself in order to ensure superior quality. The AJ Fernandez portfolio of premium cigars provides blend, strength, and flavor profiles to match the preferences of any premium cigar consumer, whether it's New World, Dias de Gloria, San Latano, Enclave, or Bellas Artes. You are sure to be satisfied with a premium cigar from AJ Fernandez. So this week's Smokabulary word is cure.
It's a good band.
It is a good band. That's actually what I was thinking when I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Cure, little known fact is everybody in the Cure are big cigar nerds. I'm lying. I'm totally.
I was like, really?
That's a total lie. When we talk about, and again, if you're not familiar with the concept, smokabulary words are words that are either exclusive to the premium cigar world, or they're words that have maybe a different meaning in the premium cigar world. So when we say cure, when somebody talks about curing tobacco, it's kind of that first process after harvest where the leaves are brought back to these what are called curing barns, and they have these really tall rafters with levels, and the tobacco leaves are put onto these long wooden sticks and spread across those sticks, and then guys climb up in these rafters and they hang these sticks up there, and they light little fires on the ground that keep a relatively warm temperature in there, and it slowly evens out the color and the texture of those tobacco leaves, and turns them from green to maybe a medium brown or a light brown, just gets the color and the texture evened out. And then once they're done in the curing barn, then they go to the rest of the processes like fermentation and things like that. So curing is kind of that first stop after those leaves, after those primings are taken off of the tobacco plant. So that is what we say when somebody talks about curing. That is what we're talking about in premium tobacco, is those leaves are hung in those barns with some heat added to even out the color and the texture. And that is this week's Smokabulary word, brought to you by AJ Fernandez. Is it time? I think it's time. Is it time? I think it's time. I'm so excited.
I am too.
And now it is time for this week's Numero de los Muertos.
All right, guys. Numero de los Muertos, as always, is brought to you by Oveja Negra Brands. They bring you premium smoking experiences forged from tobacco, time, and talent. Comprised of Black Label Trading Company, Blackwork Studio, Dissonant, and Emilio, Oveja Negra Brands provides smokers uncompromising blends renowned for their flavor and lasting impression. Oveja Negra, where art and tobacco collide. Join the flock. Visit ovejanegracigars.com to learn more.
All right.
Well, this week, it's going to be a weird one. 12 people in the U.S. die every year from this.
Okay, 12.
And here's the thing. I thought it was going to be much higher. And I even thought that it was going to... Skip totally got me off my rails.
So 12
people a year.
So
12 people a year die from this in the U.S. And I thought I had done this one before, but I haven't. I went back and watched, and I have not done this one. So,
as always, if you guys have guesses, leave them in the comments along with us. 12 people, U.S. yearly.
Correct. Josh, I actually just did that one.
Oh yeah, we did that one. That's a good guess, but that was one of the weeks I was off.
Correct.
Yeah, that was one of the weeks I was sick.
It was with McTavish.
All right. So, are these workplace incidents?
It is not.
Is it recreational in nature?
Oh yeah.
Are there vehicles involved?
No.
That skips answer every time. That
it is.
If he's watching autoerotic asphyxiation, is it that? It's way higher than 12, Skip. It's way higher than 12.
Gotta be higher. One of these times, Skip,
so did you say yes to vehicles?
No to vehicles.
No to vehicles. Not workplace. Not yes, recreation.
Mm-hmm.
Is it on land or water?
Mostly on land.
Mostly on land. Josh says,
let's just say land. Don't even.
Josh says rock climbing.
It is not rock climbing.
Okay.
So when we say recreation in this context, it doesn't. It is not physical activity.
Not physical. Oh, not physical activity. Is it some kind of a game?
Maybe for some, but it shouldn't be. It's probably how we got to the 12. Is
it involve? Does it involve sex in any way?
Does it involve what?
Sex.
Sex? No. Not physical activity.
Not physical activity.
Russian roulette certainly isn't physical activity, but is definitely not Russian roulette.
It's not a game.
And this is something that typically happens only in the summer. I shouldn't say typically and then only, but most of it
mostly on land
in the summertime.
In the summer.
Not
not on a vehicle.
Not on a vehicle. There's no vehicles involved. This is both. So this is a spectator activity.
Is it protests?
Ooh, no.
Concerts. Chad, that's a good guess. Is it concerts?
Mm-mm.
That's a really good guess.
It is a great guess.
Is there another hint we can get without totally giving it away?
Josh, for the win.
Is that it?
It is.
Nice. There we go. Fireworks accident.
Yes.
Josh comes out of nowhere with the winner.
Though I really want it to be this one.
I wish it was Skip's answer. I wish it was slam poetry, because that would be. I would love to. Well, would I love to see? I kind of would. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie.
To see that.
I would too.
Nice guess, Josh.
Yeah. Well,
so 12 people in the United States a year die from fireworks.
Doesn't that seem low?
It does seem low. Although injuries are probably the vast majority. Somebody getting getting their eye burned or getting their finger blown off or whatever. So they basically died from patriotism. That's right. That's
they loved America so much.
There should be a special monument on the mall in DC for
exactly right next to the Vietnam Wall.
Fireworks. What would it look like? Well, it'd just be a marble statue of a dumbass with a lighter and a M80
in his butt crack.
That would be it. That would be interesting to find out is the cause of specific cause of death. You know, is it somebody lighting an M80 in their mouth or up their butts, or
it's got to be like those canister, bombs. And
well, I can speak for myself that in my younger days, and a little bit even now, not as bad as I was in my younger days, but in my younger days, I did some really dumb shit with fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I look back and I think it's a miracle I'm alive now. Really dumb shit with fireworks.
Sure. We used to have, so if anybody's a fly fisherman and you've got fly rod tubes, and I discovered when I was 14 that they made perfect rocket launchers for the bottle rockets.
Yeah,
just perfect. And we would bazooka each other with across the driveway, and it was awesome, but very dangerous. Don't do that.
Yeah,
not awesome.
Don't do that. So that is this week's Numero de los Muertos.
Yeah.
Love it.
About 80,000 people go to the ER.
80,000. That's the number that I think of. Is people getting a thumb blown off.
Yeah.
Or or worse, getting anal prolapse from.
Yeah, definitely anal from the M80 and the Wrecked him.
Oh, darn near killed him. Oh, all right. So we're gonna do the lightning round, but we're gonna ask because I don't know if we've ever answered these questions. Have we ever answered? I don't think we have.
Not really. No.
All right. If you could hear the thoughts of one living person for 10 minutes,
and I think about this every week.
Who would it be and why?
I think about this every week, and I'm so. Do you have your person?
I have a lot, but
I know I have so many.
But there's one in particular that's been recent.
So. All right, you go ahead.
So mine is Tulsi Gabbard.
Ooh.
So she was, if you don't know, she was one of the early candidates for president on the Democrat side, and I like what she has to say. I think she's really smart, and I'd like to hear what's going on in her brain for 10 minutes just to kind of, in a way, just to confirm that it's legit, that she's actually, I mean, I'm sure that's really her. I don't think she's got a team of minions like talking in her ear, telling her what to say. Mm-hmm. I just think she's really that smart. I like her a lot. I think she's pretty spot on about a lot of things. I definitely disagree with her on a few things politically, but for the most part, I think she's, I think she's pretty great. So, I'd just love to hear what's going on in her brain for a few minutes.
All right. This is kind of, so for me, it's a toss up. It's either Morgan Freeman, just because I think hearing those thoughts, not only would it be soothing,
as long as you could hear it in his voice. Yes.
Yeah, if you could hear it in his voice, that would be amazing. So it's either Morgan Freeman or it's Nas.
Oh, yeah.
I think Nas is the most brilliant hip-hop lyricist of our time. Fight me.
I'd say I definitely put him top 5. I'd probably put him top 3.
The only
but of our time, my time goes way back.
Well, it does, but
But no, I agree that I would love to hear what's going on in his head, because some of the stuff, some of the words that he can arrange,
it's poetic. It is just the arrangement. So I think
he's really, really smart at arranging.
He's brilliant.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant. Those are my two.
All right, if you were about to get into a fight, what would your soundtrack music be?
So I'm going to go with when I think about it, if I'm just going off of first thought, I got to get the Regulators to mount up and do some DMX.
Yeah. That's a great answer. I actually go the ironic route, like Ben Holt did. I go the
Alanis Morissette ironic.
Well, like he didn't say the song ironic. What he went with was, and I don't remember the exact song, but it was some like light and frilly kind of song that would never be in any fight scene in any movie ever, except in an ironic way, where they do that in some movies. And sometimes it could be brilliant in a movie where there's this big brash fight scene and the background sounds like the gunfire and the punches, that's all muted out. And all you hear is this frilly, like the Pixies or the Backstreet Boys or Tiny Tim or something, where it doesn't seem to fit, but it actually works in some weird twisted way.
I like it.
And that's kind of what I would do. I would do something like from the 60s, like the Kingston Trio or Peter, Paul and Mary or something, where, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Nancy Sinatra.
Yeah, where it just doesn't seem to fit at all, but in some twisted Tim Burton sort of way it works.
Or maybe even like an old a B-side Bill Withers song.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's I would go outside of the box with that.
I love it.
All right, so home run as a starting pitcher, touchdown as a defensive lineman, or a goal as a goalie.
This one's tough for me because I've scored a touchdown, and I want to do something I've never done. I mean, I've hit a home run in softball. I know that's nowhere like hitting a major league. So if we're talking major league level, or
win the Talladega 500 as Ricky Bobby.
If you ain't first, you're last.
We got to add that to the
shake and bake
to the list.
Which you sent me a shake and bake today. That was great. I'm touchdown. I got to go with touchdown. Yeah. That defensive lineman.
Because it's so rare.
It is. I mean, I played linebacker and then nickel. So, I mean, I do.
So you like Nickelback?
Yep.
Well, who doesn't?
All right. How about you?
Oh, it's baseball all the way for me. Yeah, baseball definitely. Home run. To hit a home run as a starting pitcher. I think I hit a home run one time when I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess in Little League.
10 years old or 11 years old or something like that. It's a small Little League field in the middle of nowhere in Indiana. So it was one time.
It is a great feeling.
And I was not a great hitter. It was a pure lucky shot. It was just the contact. It was just right.
Yeah,
it was just right where the velocity of the bat and the spin of the ball was just right. Otherwise that was not my wheelhouse. I was not a home run hitter by any stretch. All right, if you could bring back any fashion trend from the past, what would it be?
Hypercolor.
Hypercolor, like the neons from the 80s.
Yeah, and where it changed color, like you could bring your sweatshirt up and blow on it and it would change color.
What? I don't even remember that.
You don't?
No.
And then you could put your hand on somebody's shirt like this and then it would leave your handprint.
I do not remember that. I'm glad I never wore anything like that. Mini skirts. Coop says. All right, I want to see Coop in a mini skirt.
I do too.
Although that might not be what he means necessarily.
Oh, well.
Maybe not him in a mini skirt. Maybe ladies in mini skirts.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'd like to see both, actually.
Sign me up for both. How about you?
For me, it's actually, I think they have sort of had a little bit of a renaissance, but parachute pants. And when I say parachute pants, I don't mean I'm not talking about the MC Hammer pants, with the crotch that hung down, below the knees. I'm talking the parachute pants made out of that ripstop material with the zippers and all that. I totally dug that back. And I just want to
say, Coop, punctuation matters. So what you just said was no chicks.
What you just said was no chicks. What you mean to say is no chicks. That's what you meant to say. So punctuation saves lives.
Let's eat, Grandma.
Let's eat, Grandma. Let's eat, Grandma. See, it matters.
It does.
Who was your childhood or teenage actress crush?
My first one that I remember is Elizabeth Shue.
Yes, same here.
First with Adventures in Babysitting, and then Karate Kid.
Alyssa Milano. That was one for me. Alyssa Milano was one for me.
Sam.
I don't remember her name, but the blonde in
Blair?
In Charles in Charge. The blonde girl in Charles in Charge. I don't remember her name.
Oh yeah, and then they had that follow-up sitcom for like a season or two.
I don't remember. Yeah. But later in teenage years was Daisy Fuentes. Absolutely lights out Daisy Fuentes from MTV. I mean, oh my, yikes. I can't.
All right, late teen years, Jessica Alba.
Oh, I was there's a little age difference here.
A little bit.
I was married, I think, before Jessica Alba even was a household name. Late teenage years for me would have been like,
Farrah Fawcett.
No.
Betty White.
Betty White, absolutely Betty White. B. Arthur, any of the Golden Girls, really. You know. Cloris Leachman.
What was Marianne's name?
Oh, that from Gilligan's Island?
Yeah.
I don't remember the actress's name, but yes, Marianne.
Are you a Marianne or a Ginger?
Oh, Marianne all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Yes. Yes. All right. So if you could add any person to Mount Rushmore, they don't have to be a president, any person's face to Mount Rushmore.
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks. Okay. That's a good one.
It's either Rosa Parks or it is Jim Thorpe. I think having a Native American up there who did amazing things would be cool, but also having a minority woman on there. Not many women get statues.
Yeah.
So
I actually think I would pick somebody from before the United States was really even the United States.
Ooh.
John Locke.
Wow.
Who was, he was the political philosopher and that developed a lot of the framework that English common law is built on. And really smart guy. And just, he really came up with a lot of the ideas that kind of sparked the imaginations of the founding fathers to say, hey, yeah, we can do better.
Yep.
So let's start putting some stuff on paper and figuring it out.
I like it.
Oh shit, I didn't even put down a notable smokable. So notable smokables. I didn't put one down. I can look at my phone quick. So do you have one to go first? Because I totally forgot to pick a notable. I haven't been smoking a lot because I just started coming back from sick leave from cigars, and I'm to the point now where I am starting to get my palate back a little bit. We talked about this before the show. I can taste again. I can smell again. It's not up to par where I want it to be, but it's definitely getting there.
For me, it would be, yesterday I had a Monty number 2 and it was ridiculous. And a Cuban is ready when not only does it have a good draw and all that, but it also has that Cuban-esque slick in your mouth. Especially the Monty number 2s. When the Monty number 2s are on point, which they aren't all the time. Nope.
But when the Monty number 2s are on point, they do have that oil. There's so much oil from that wrapper leaf that it gets you actually feel it.
And some people don't like that. And I get it, but I love it.
Well, since I'll go back to one that I didn't mention before on notable smokables, even though it was one that I smoked for the first time before I got sick. And that was one of the bands that we mentioned from the box was the Steve Saka, the Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust famous smoke shop 80th anniversary. I personally, I don't put it in the tier of Saka's best cigars, but it is really a good cigar. I smoked 2 of them so far before I got sick. The burn performance was phenomenal. Great box press, great draw, tons of smoke output, and really good flavors that were cohesive and they made sense. The cigar just made sense. Nothing came out of left field that just seemed like a flavor didn't belong. So I thought it was a good cigar and I enjoyed it a lot. So look forward to getting my palate all the way back. So Garrett and I were talking before the show. So originally, and this is giving you guys some programming notes for stuff we have coming up. 2020 was a weird year for everybody. It was a year as far as for us with How About That Cigar, where we didn't keep up with things the way that we wanted to. We have a certain desire for, keeping things moving from a perspective of publishing things on the website. First and foremost is publishing reviews of cigars so that we can give you guys another set of opinions, because there are so many great cigar reviewers out there. And ours is just another set of opinions about, cigars that are on the market. And we want to bring you guys those opinions in a way that you can understand and have at your fingertips if you want to make a buying decision at a brick and mortar shop. We didn't keep up this year, plain and simple. That's on us. It's, but in thinking about that and talking about it, as far as moving forward, next week we were planning on doing a list for Cigar of the Year. We don't have enough published information to go off of to build a quality list for everybody and
back it up
and we wouldn't feel right about publishing a list that doesn't have the materials behind it to back it up. Mm-hmm. So we're going to forego doing a Cigar of the Year list for 2020. And that's, it's water under the bridge. We'll move on. And, I have some that I haven't even talked to Garrett about yet, but I have some strategies in mind to keep us on task and, just keep things flowing on a regular basis for 2021, just to make sure that we actually stay on top of things. So that's a learning experience for us. Again, How About That Cigar? It's pretty new still. We're still figuring out how to do all this stuff. And, part of that is for us, we're just going to be transparent with you guys and just say, hey, we didn't get it done this year. And part of that is not just sitting here because we could have sat here next week on a show and half-assed a Cigar of the Year list.
That's not what we're going to do.
But we're not going to do that. It wouldn't be right. And part of the Cigar of the Year list should be to give you another set of detailed information that you can make buying decisions from. And we don't have anything to back up those lists this year. So because of that, we're going to forego doing a Cigar of the Year list for 2020. Again, we've got strategies in place. We're going to put those into play and make sure that 2021 we stay on top of things and give you guys what you need. We've really, for me, I'll say I've put so much focus into the show, into this show that you're watching and listening to right now, that the other stuff has kind of fallen by the wayside. And that's not what we want. We want to do things equally well, and we're going to strive to do that better in 2021. So we look forward to that. We hope you guys look forward to that as well. We already have stuff scheduled for 2021 for the show, and we're going to continue to just try to do better every week. Yeah,
and really and openly to our viewers and listeners and to Matt, that I need to step up and do more with my reviews and getting more involved in that part. This last year is not an excuse. I just had a difficult time balancing a lot of things, and I think a lot of us did. But this next year, it's a goal of mine to add more of that in and pull my weight.
So and for you guys, that watch and listen, we appreciate you guys more than you know. I mean, we're so grateful to you guys. The fact that there are so many, we're well aware of the fact that there are so many cigar shows right now. There are a lot of cigar shows out there that you guys can give your time to, and there's so much programming now that you can't possibly spend your time watching and listening to every cigar show that's out there. The fact that there are people who choose to spend their time with us, and there's some of you guys that are here every week, and we don't say this lightly. Thank you so much for spending time with us, because it means the world to us. It actually, it means that we're actually reaching people with what we're doing here. And most of it, as always, is this show is about giving companies a platform and a forum to showcase their products and showcase their stories. And part of that is, for us as consumers, getting to learn more about their processes. And if we can learn more about processes from a few different companies, then we'll just be more informed consumers.
Yep.
And that's what we want for all of us in the cigar community, because, and it goes back to this from the very beginning that we talked about, is if we can be more informed consumers, and especially the people who maybe the guys who aren't cigar nerds necessarily, that smoke a lot of cigars every week and watch shows like this on a regular basis and read the magazines and read the blogs and things like that. But just the casual cigar consumers that make up so much of the buying power of premium cigars, those guys who go and maybe smoke 2 cigars a month or 3 cigars a month, that tends to be part of the demographic of cigar smokers that aren't as well informed as we would like them to be.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're a little bit better informed, then they can at least put 1% more effort into the consumer part of the regulatory fight.
Yeah.
And if we can make even 1% of an increase in the regulatory fight, there's so much more that we could do if we just increase things a little bit. And I'm not even talking about money. I'm talking about education, that we know the products that we're consuming as premium cigar smokers, and we can then inform our friends and family who aren't premium cigar smokers, and have a few more people out there in the world who are aware of the fact and willing to share the fact that premium cigars are completely different than cigarettes and should be treated as such. Is that the part where you should start playing like God Bless America in the background? I'm sorry to get on a soapbox, but it's so important.
I want to add too that it's not a competition between us. As you can see, Coop has been with us almost all night, and we greatly appreciate that.
Absolutely.
You know that we watch a lot of other shows,
yep.
and it's a brotherhood amongst cigar media.
Yeah.
Since we're not doing a cigar of the year, I urge you guys to go watch Coop's channel.
Yes.
He is doing a marathon of several nights of announcing their cigar of the year.
Yep.
So go and support Coop and their channel, and we're not the only show in town. We do I think we all have a different little we all do it a little differently, and we bring different stuff to the table, and we are grateful for all of you.
Yeah. So keep tuned to your favorite cigar shows, whether it's Coop or Bear Duplessis or Cigar Dojo,
KMA.
KMA. I can name so many of them that I just can't remember them all right now. But be out there and be involved in your cigar community, because it's so important to stay involved in the cigar community, because if we don't protect this community that we love and these products that we love to enjoy, then we're going to have no excuse when the government pulls the plug.
When we end up like Canada.
Yeah, that's the last thing any of us want.
Or Australia.
We don't want plain white boxes on a cigar shop shelf that just say the word cigar in big white block or in big black block letters.
With $300 duty tax.
With a $300 duty tax. We don't want that. We want to maintain some of the freedoms that we still have to enjoy these products that we love. So, keep getting the word out, and keep educating yourself from every source you can get your hands on. Find credible sources. If you want names of credible sources, we've already named a few, and we can name some more if you want to email us. But just keep up the knowledge so that you can inform people around you of what's going on in the premium cigar world. Because again, even if they're not premium cigar smokers, if they have a little bit more information in their heads, then they may be willing to say, oh no, my cousin's a cigar smoker, and I know that the cigars he smokes are not anything like cigarettes. So maybe we should actually look closer at this legislation and not lump things in that don't belong together.
Yep.
That's what we want.
Yep.
So thank you guys for that. So next week, we are still going to have a show next week. But Garrett and I are going to do a cigar swap where I'm going to give him an unbanded cigar and he's going to give me an unbanded cigar, and we're going to smoke them together on the show. talk about the things that we taste and smell from those cigars, and see if we can hazard some guesses as to what we taste. And we'll talk about we'll discuss some things we have coming up in 2021 and some ideas that we have.
I hope you like Candela.
Hope you like hope you like Candela. Hope you like Black and Milds. So we do have a show next week. We're going to do a cigar swap and talk a little bit about 2021. And then we're already into, I can't believe the year's almost over. So the very first show of the year on January 4th. So big announcement here, and we're going to announce this a lot more so everybody's aware. We are moving to Monday nights starting next year in 2021. We're moving from Tuesday nights to Monday nights. So we are going to have a case of the Mondays.
Dang it, you beat me to it.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
I'm wearing so much flair on our first Monday.
Hey, let me ask you something. Has anybody ever said to you, sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays?
Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked for saying something like that.
Well, we might have we definitely have a case of the Mondays.
Yeah.
And we are moving to Mondays. And one of the biggest reasons is, again, we talked about there are so many cigar shows. We want to make ourselves more available to you guys. And there seems to be, from the analysis I've done, there seems to be a little bit less congestion when it comes to cigar shows on Monday nights. And we want to be able to get the info out to you guys and still have you be able to watch, honestly, still have you be able to watch some of these other great shows that are already available on Tuesday nights. So if we can be more available to you on Monday nights, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to switch. So that means the very first Monday night in 2021, January 4th, we are going to have Eric Gatormson, Master Sensei himself, from Cigar Dojo on the show. He was actually supposed to be on a few weeks ago, but we weren't able to make that happen. So January 4th, Monday night, Eric Gatormson from Cigar Dojo. We have some dates that we're still working on in the middle of January, but I want to give you guys a big heads up way in advance. We're actually going to have a special Saturday afternoon show on January 30th. At the end of January, January 30th, I believe it's going to be 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Milli Vanilli.
Well, just Millie, because I think one of them died.
Oh, damn it.
Way to bring the room down, Garrett. Jeez.
No.
Awkward.
Bigger than Milli Vanilli.
Bigger than Millie. Way bigger than Milli Vanilli. We are going to have the professor himself, Jose Blanco, who is with Arturo Fuente Cigars International. The guy, he is, I love this man dearly. He is some of the best conversations I've had in my life about tobacco I've had with this guy. And he has so much knowledge about the tobacco that we love so much. And we're grateful to have him coming on the show. So again, that's a special Saturday show, January 30th. Mark your calendars because you will not want to miss that one. And again, 2021, I mean, the sky's the limit. We just, we have stuff that we want to bring to you, and we're going to strive to do everything we can to bring that info to you, to entertain you, and to just keep things going, because we got a brand new year and we're going to make the most out of it.
Amen.
So again, if you guys, as always, if you have any questions for Garrett or myself, email us directly from the website, howaboutthatcigar.com. Follow us on social media at HBT Cigar. And until we see you guys next time, burn cigars,
not bridges.
Take care, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.